Hi, my name is Latesha. This story is about my daughter's birthday. It was a very unique experience, but it was all worthwhile. Thank you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy my video.
I was at work when I felt this sharp stabbing pain go through my stomach and into my back. I bent over hoping the pain would go away. After about a half an hour, I just knew it was time to go to the hospital. I was overwhelmed with so many mixed emotions, but mainly fear. I was so relieved when a doctor came into my room and told me that it wasn't time. On my way home, I felt my body trembling with fear. Why did I do this to myself? I kept asking myself over and over again. The pain never went away, it just intensified with time. It got so bad that I found myself balling up like a newborn infant and crying like a child. "Mom, I don't want to go through with this. It hurts." I cried to my mother, but I knew it was too late for that. She told me to take it easy and rest for a while and to just think of something positive. 2 o'clock in the morning, I was awakened by the worst pain that I have ever felt in my life. I called my mother on the phone and got out a piece of paper. 2:15 a.m., 2:35 a.m., 2:55 a.m. My contractions were getting closer and closer together. As they grew closer, my fear grew greater. Once I got my mother on the phone, I felt a little more confident. She talked me through my contractions until they were about 5 minutes apart. By 4 o'clock in the morning, I was up and ready to go to the hospital. At this time, I knew there was no turning back. Now was the time, and I knew there was nothing that I could do about it. I called my grandmother and told her that it was time, and by 4:15, I was at the hospital. Like earlier that day, I found myself crying. My boyfriend and my cousin had to carry me into the hospital because I fell and couldn't lift myself back to my feet. Once I got into my room, it seemed as if the pain got worse. I couldn't ball myself up to ease the pain anymore. I just had to lay there and take it. I feel like I endured the whole experience of labor. I didn't get any medication at all whatsoever. 4 hours later, after the screaming, the pain, and also the uncomfortable moments, I was officially a mother, and a proud one at that. I had just witnessed one of the most beautiful patterns of life, and no one could ever take that away from me. 2 days later, my boyfriend and I got our things to get ready to leave the hospital and to return home alone with our new baby. We were both really scared and didn't know if we had what it took to be good parents. One thing we both found out early on is that babies cry, and they cry a lot. We came up with a team system that allowed both of us to get some rest. One of us stayed up while the other slept, and we switched every 4 hours. We had some great times, but we also had some bad. But we both found out that that's part of life. Even though we had our first child at a young age, I feel like we are great parents, and I wouldn't trade my family for anything in the world. It was a long and bumpy road, but we never let the obstacles get in the way of our course. One thing that I learned about being a good parent is anyone who really tries and deeply wants to be a good parent is already a good parent.